All right, y'all go ahead and do the math knowledge question and the factoring. Pause the video, and once everyone is finished, you can unpause the video, and I'll show you the correct answers. So for the factoring here, you're going to have to do a remove, replace, reduce. So we're going to remove the 3 and multiply it by that 2 to get a 6. And then when you factor, make sure that you replace your 3. And we're going to have 6 and 1. The first one will reduce. We'll have x plus 2. And then times 3x plus 1. And so that would be your answer for your factoring. For the math knowledge question, you're setting up inequalities. You have a solid shaded in circle here, so you're going to have an or equal to at -2. So that's going to throw out this one and this one. And also this one, that doesn't even make sense. And then you're going to have an open circle at 3. So your answer is going to be B there. Okay, so we are looking at lesson 73 today. We're going to look at regular polygons. Now we're going to be looking at finding the area and perimeter of regular polygons. So hopefully you'll remember some of that from geometry, and then this lesson will clear that up for you completely. So if you look at these regular polygons, do you see how we can split the triangle into 3 similar triangles, the square into 4 similar triangles, the pentagon into 5 similar triangles, and then the hexagon into 6 similar triangles? We are going to use those triangles in order to find the area of the polygon that they give us. Each side of your regular polygon forms the base of an isosceles triangle, whose sides are the radius of the circle. I'm going to look at the pentagon here. This is the base of our isosceles triangle, and these 2 sides are the radii. And if we find this height here, that is called the apothem. And you're going to use it to find the area. The area of the polygon is just the sum of the areas of the triangles. So you can find the area of each individual triangle and add them up. The altitude of each of the triangles is called the apothem. So that's what I was drawing in earlier. This is your apothem. Here's the apothem, and there's that apothem. Now you may remember from last year, the area equals 1/2 apothem times perimeter. So that's the way I'm going to show you to do it today, but you can also find the area of each of these 3 triangles by finding 1 and then multiplying it by 3. You can find this area of the triangle and then take it and multiply it by 1, 2, 3, 4. Find this triangle and then do times 5. Or you can find this triangle and multiply it by 6. Okay, so you can do it either way. But you're going to have to find the apothem either way you do it. The apothem is also the radius of the circle that can be inscribed in your regular polygon. So if I have a regular polygon, I can put a circle inside of it, and this is the apothem, and it's also the radius of the circle that is inside of your polygon. Okay, so let's look at the example. Find the area and perimeter of a regular pentagon that is inscribed in a circle whose radius is 6. So is the circle on the inside or is the pentagon on the inside? The pentagon is inside, inscribed in a circle. So that's what we're going to start by drawing. We're going to have a circle, and we're going to put a pentagon inside of it. Okay? And we are looking for both the area and the perimeter of this figure. So we need to draw one of our triangles, and we're going to be looking for the apothem here. Now in order to do that, we know that the radius is 6, but we need to figure out what this angle here might be, or this angle here. We need one of those angles. Well, we know that there are 360 degrees in a circle, and in a pentagon there are 5 of these triangles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so 360 divided by 5 is 72. So that means that this angle here, or this angle, or this one, all of these are 72 degrees. And so if I'm looking at this angle right here, it's going to be half of 72, which is 36 degrees. And so I can use trig to be able to figure out that value right there. And I can also use trig to find my apothem. So we'll start by finding the x, because we need to find the perimeter before we can find the area. So this x, we would do the sine of 36 is x over 6, and then multiply both sides by 6. And if you plug that into your calculator, you're going to get 3.53. That is for half of your side length here. So to find your perimeter, we have to double that to get one side, and then we have to multiply it by 5. Or you can just multiply that number by 10. Because you've got 10 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So you should have 35.27. And it just says units. So that would be your perimeter there. Now for the area, we need to find our apothem. So we're going to use cosine. The cosine of 36 is a over 6. So multiply both sides by 6. And your apothem is going to be 4.85. So to find your area, you're going to use the 1/2 AP. Or if you would like, you can split it into triangles. And our apothem is 4.85. We found our perimeter, 35.27. And if you multiply those numbers and divide by 2, you're going to get 85.60 squared. And that's what your area is going to be. Okay? So hopefully that makes sense there. You do have to pay attention to whether your pentagon is inside or outside of your circle. They'll change it up, and that's a common mistake, is you just draw the wrong picture. You do all the work correctly, but you just drew the wrong picture, so your work isn't going to match the correct answer. Let's look at this example. The perimeter of a regular polygon of 8 sides is 48. Find the area of the polygon. So on this one, it didn't say to put it into a circle, so we don't have to. I'm not actually going to draw the whole figure because we only need one triangle drawn. If it has 8 sides and the perimeter is 48, that means that this side is going to be 6, and so each of these is going to be 3. And we want to find the area. So in order to do that, we need to find the apothem. So we need this angle here. Well, an 8-sided figure, it's an octagon, but to find that angle here, you're going to do 360 divided by 8, which is 45. And so both of these angles together are 45. So half of 45 would be 22.5. And then we can use tangent of 22.5 is 3 over a. So multiply both sides by a. You have a tangent of 22.5 equals 3. And then you're going to divide both sides by tangent of 22.5. And so I'm going to have 3 divided by tangent of 22.5 for my apothem, which is approximately 7.24. So now, to get our area, we're going to do 1/2 apothem times perimeter. Our apothem is 7.24, and our perimeter is 48. And so if you multiply and then divide by 2, you should get 173.82. And again, it's just units squared, because they didn't give us a units on that 48. So that's going to be the area for your perimeter. I mean the area for your polygon there. Okay, so hopefully you remember that formula, 1/2 AP. Again, if you want, you can find the area of your triangles and then add those all up. But I think the 1/2 AP is a little bit quicker. On your homework, make sure that you do 1 through 30 tonight, and then we'll go over any questions that you have.